All right, welcome back, everyone. We're in the top 4 of the HeroClix World Championships. Only 4 players left, and we're good to go. My name is Jeff, AC Black on the WizKids Info Network.
My name's Alex, Black Thanatos, for those who know me.
I actually just learned this weekend that you're Black Thanatos.
That's upsetting. We play in the same place.
You've actually been my arch rival all these years. I didn't know it until now. So the final players in the final 4 are Derek and Bryan that you can see in front of us. Do we have names for the other 2 players that are still in? I don't know. We're going to find that out for you and get back to you on the scripted text on the side as well for you guys. So they'll update you there. Right now,
my favorite character from X-Men of the new set is on the board, and I can't wait to see the work he puts in.
All right, and that's Iceman. So we've seen Bryan's team already. So I'm just going to get into Derek's team. We have Iceman, also possessed with Eclipso. We have Nighthawk, Ant-Man, the 50-point starting line from the Age of Ultron, the number 3 common, and the rest of the gang are on the sideboard. Atomica, the number 7 from the Fast Forces of Trinity War. Manifold, the ID card of Manifold is on there. And Pandora's Box as well with Sloth and Wrath. So both players have the Pandora's Box. Both players have Eclipso. Sloth and Wrath both equipped to both. And the names, which I believe are being typed into the chat right now, Patrick Yepjoko and Luke Grace. So they are playing right now as well. All right.
We're seeing running shot.
Running shot from Pandora's Box for Proteus's team, which would show that he is on the Path of the Hunter, I believe, with the running shot or PropCon that we saw a lot earlier.
At the beginning of the turn, he did take, just sorry for cutting in, shape change and +1.
Okay. All right, so rolling for the Sin. You got probability control. So it looks like they're both going down the same path. They're both hunting each other. They're hunting for the World Championship title.
I'm excited again. Like, this is such a fire versus ice. Fire versus ice.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Guys, so based on that, let us know what you think in the chat. Who has a tactical advantage here? I'm going to go with Iceman just because he's my boy, and I love his ability in Cap. So that's going to be my vote.
Things I am worrying about for Iceman is, will he be able to take out Brimstones before getting entangled too much with Proteus? That could be a bad problem for him.
Well, the nice thing about Iceman is that he ignores characters for movement, so he won't be locked down terribly by Proteus, and in fact, the closer Proteus gets, the less advantageous it's going to be because he can double token Proteus and keep it pretty much out of the game for a while.
That's true.
Iceman.
This message has been brought to you by Iceman. And also, we have Nighthawk there. I don't think I've seen a Nighthawk used this weekend at all.
Not at all.
I don't think we saw one in Canadian Nationals either, but that was, again, before rotation.
I did see one.
We did see one? Okay. So his trait is the friendly characters can't be targeted by mind control. Opposing characters' combat values can't be increased unless they're adjacent to Nighthawk. So what is that going to do for us? I don't think that's going to... Well, actually, with the stats to defense, the stats from Eclipso, that will hurt Proteus unless he's right next to him. So that will be a potential problem.
And I think I was really excited to watch Bryan play last match. And if for those who don't know Bryan, he plays with a very, very high level of calibers. And his positioning was absolutely fantastic. I don't think he would have won that match if it wasn't for his ability to position himself so well.
Yeah.
Again, we expect to see the side steps.
Yeah.
It's gonna for me, this kind of match could escalate extremely quickly if you do a wrong move. There's a lot of damage on this board, at least on Bryan's side of the board.
I like sidestep, and I'm glad it exists now. I remember the dance at the beginning of a game when neither one wanted to get too close because you didn't want to put yourself out there with a token on. So you didn't want to do that. But now with sidestep, you can slowly get closer and then get into the fight right away a little easier.
Let's listen in. There's some interesting conversations going on right now.
Stealth. Lingers is in. Running shot. Well, I'm running shot. You're stealth. On your prop. That works for me. Say sidestep. Still call me stealth. You're up.
I always love seeing Colossus with stealth. I love it.
Hiding behind a desk. the colossal flaming lava man hiding under your wooden desk. No one will notice it.
He blends in.
What card you got?
To the wallpaper.
What's Alexa's?
I'm trying to get a special guest to join us on this live match. I'm not sure if I can. He's a very famous man, though.
Alright, so you can definitely call
Oh,
Scott.
no, actually, that's cool if you want to. Let's get,
That's
we're
cool.
gonna get Scott in here.
Let's go ahead and
Come join us. Talk a little bit about the award ceremony.
Sidestep.
Ceremony
Very
that
tough.
just won.
Throw for the big.
Yes, I'm excited to come back here and
I'm excited to be back here and still be able to catch the Final Four here. We were at the Origins Awards and very happy to announce that Dice Masters won the Origins Award this year for collectible game and also the fan favorite for collectible game. So we were there for the awards to be able to accept that, but now coming back to watch the Final Four, and it's really great to see some of the new Colossals being played. The Quinjet out on the top four. It's a very varied feel here, and 4 fantastic players.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the Colossal Retaliation. We were talking about it a bit earlier. What a unique ability, and it's so dangerous. It makes you have to choose your attacks so wisely.
Yes, and when we were discussing bringing Colossals back into the set, in the Superman Wonder Woman set, the idea was a lot of times, Colossals are huge, cosmic level, powerful characters, and they tend well for like large point games, big scenario games, but we really wanted to make them viable in just standard play, and the crazy idea was thrown out there of, can we do really low point Colossals, and how could we do that? And then, kind of thinking it over and dreaming it up. It's funny, we were even looking at like, wow, we did Watcher for 50 points, so maybe we could do 50 points. I mean, we ended up even pushing it further down and just doing this one-click mechanic where they just kind of come in and stomp on you, and they might stay in the game, but you have to kind of deal with them. And yeah, we're really happy with how they turned out. And boy, judging by seeing how many we saw played at Worlds, I guess the players are happy too.
You actually missed a Batman Superman robot in the top 8.
Oh, wonderful!
And not even a Colossal Retaliation. It was the 150 point.
Oh, you're playing them out? Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
with Justin Safer.
Aha, well then, yes, I can see how that would be effective as well.
It was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
It was fantastic to watch. So, as you notice, we have a fire and ice team.
Yes.
We are currently tied 1-1 on who we predict to have the advantage.
Yeah, that Iceman is fantastic.
Iceman.
So let me. I'm coming in in the middle here. So we've got Iceman. Iceman is on the Brimstone team. Is that what you're saying?
So Proteus with 2 Brimstones. Eclipso is attached to Proteus, and Pandora's Box with.
Oh, so separate as it is on the map. Then.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
There. So we got Iceman, Atomica, Nighthawk Prime, and Saluted Ant-Man, right? The 50-point Ant-Man from Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Eclipso again is attached also to Iceman, and Pandora's Box with Sloth and Wrath.
All right.
So you're our
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
Oh. I think it's going to come. Just to clarify, Brimstones are both on for their lowest point.
Yeah,
Click
20
okay.
points.
20 points. Okay.
Well,
yeah,
we're moving
I think
in.
this is where it's just going to come down to if Brimstone connects on a Colossal Retaliation, it's going to go that direction. But if not, I could see Iceman really slowing Proteus down.
Iceman.
Miss.
Yeah. But he made an attack, so...
We did get to see the probability control come into play from Atomica.
We've seen that Atomica a lot. That just being able to put the CSA team ability for such a point cause, it's a great utility to have.
This map has been extremely popular. Not only is it neoprene, but they're really enjoying the strategy of movement on this map. It really rewards players who know about their angles.
Absolutely, yeah. It's divided up nicely. I will say we took some liberties in terms of designing the map to be more conducive to the game than depictionally accurate of our office.
You're telling me your office is not built like a hexagon?
That would not be an efficient office layout. And the hallways would be messier.
But I think for Justin, it'd be like the king of the king in the middle. That works out pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'd have like full-on windows that just point at everyone in a circular chair.
Yeah. Right.
Get back to work.
He doesn't get the corner office.
So now we're seeing the Colossal Retaliation come in here.
Yep.
Iceman did connect, and he may be paying for it.
That's looking pretty good right there.
That is a hit, leaving the prop con available for his effective damage.
Yeah, the penetrating poison as well. The plasma leak.
This is where Iceman's ability to ignore characters is going to come in very handy.
Yeah, he's slippery. What can you say? It's hard to lock him down.
What a beautiful sculpt. I think definitely in the top 2 sculpts I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's, sometimes, we have to kind of dream up what would be a cool sculpt, but sometimes there's just these beautiful comic covers that we just go, okay, can you make it look like that?
And sometimes it's all you really need to do. It is, it's gorgeous.
It's been fantastic. We've actually seen the IDE cards come into play and being both detrimental and extremely profitable.
Absolutely. There's a risk reward with them. I mean, there's no doubt, and that's part of the balance of the game mechanic. But it's certainly it can be very effective in the right player's hands.
And healing again from the Sin.
That's fantastic power as well. Can we talk a little bit about that? We haven't really talked about
Yeah, so that's Sloth, getting that from Pandora's Box, and both of them have it, and I think most players that we're seeing with Pandora's Box are using it. Giving sidestep, as all the Sins do, along with modifying defense value by +1. And at the end of your turn, if the character wasn't given any actions this turn, heal it of 1 damage.
Okay.
So that would also include free actions, just any actions, but if you have nothing to do, why not get a heal from it, right?
We've yet to see it so far. But this map, it's as if it's been made for Proteus with a special attack power.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of walls. There's not many places that you can really hide from him when he's on that power.
I'm hoping we get to see it used. I would love to see it used.
This would be, I think, the 3rd game we've seen Proteus on. maybe the fourth,
Oh,
and I don't think we've seen it
Wow, a
once.
double knockout.
He just double targeted, took out both of the Colossals. That was impressive. That's one threat gone. One big threat. Two big threats.
Put those fires out, eh?
Iceman.
He thinks he's so cool.
He's frosty.
Yeah, that's one way to deal with class retaliation right there. Get across the other side of the board and just shoot him. That right there is the, you know, everything needs a game balance and a sort of risk reward, and they're very effective for low points, but they can be fragile too. They're only on their very last
One click,
you know,
yeah.
all you need to do is get one damage through, and they're gone. So.
And with that being said, Bryan did play his way out of the almost exact situation last game against the Superman Batman robot. There was a call-in for the super rare Batman, who got in and did 5 damage with the pulse wave running shot.
Oh, okay.
And in retaliation to it, he was able to attack with Proteus and call in
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman to knock out Batman with
with
the flurry.
Charge Flurry.
Oh, wow.
It was such a swing. It was a fantastic match to watch. So don't count out Bryan. We're going to see what he's going to be able to pull off here. Can we read Iceman's move and trait ability?
Yeah, the Frozen Solid with one of the cool Clix effects bases. When Iceman moves, after action resolve, you may make a close attack targeting a single opposing character whose square he moved through and didn't target with an attack that action. If you hit, attach the ice wall marker to that character, removing it from any other character. As long as the ice wall marker is attached, that character can't be moved, placed, given actions, or targeted with an attack. At the end of the turn, remove the ice wall marker.
In by far my favorite Clix effects. I love it. I mean, I am Canadian, so it plays a little bit to my homeland. But it's cold up there. What can we do? It's what we are. Bring on the moose and the beaver jokes. We accept them in Twitch. But when I saw that piece, first of all, I didn't understand because it was the first time that we saw an inner package within a package, at least for myself.
Yes.
And what a great idea that was. We were super happy to see that moving forward.
Yeah, I mean the sculpt's fantastic, but I mean we recognize that in shipment, you know, it's going to get bounced around, and we didn't want it to end up being broken, so we put some additional packaging on that to protect the sculpt, and then it comes with the ice wall. Clix FX base, and you know, it's so sort of iconic in terms of, you know, Iceman making his ice slide and then being able to just freeze someone in place. And that's why, you know, these Clix FX bases as a new addition to the game in terms of an accessory, it, you know, rather than, I don't think it would have been as exciting if it was just a, you know, put a marker, you know, put a ice slide
Or
marker
just
on the character.
the next turn, this character cannot do that.
Yeah. Well, and that becomes a memory effect, but so you need something to mark the character, and this is just a cool looking way of doing it, and you know exactly what that means.
So we're going to listen in and check out what they have for the next turn.
You know what? Actually,
I feel like they're circling around Proteus to do something down there.
there's sidestep here. Still in stealth. Sidestepping here. Still taking stealth kill.
Okay. +1 damage, stealth,
At the end of the next.
vagaries of sin, probability control, 12 attack, move action through,
I'm a little concerned.
12-18.
You know, this man running around in that office, what's it's going to do to the paperwork and the computer
Will hit.
system.
12 on profit. So,
Careful,
That
you
might
don't
delay
slip
a
when you
set.
sit down.
alright. So 1 and 2.
Dealing 4, so 2 after invincible.
Not bad. Again.
You roll doubles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, knockout.
Yeah.
And then ice block. Move action.
Action children?
Yeah, it is good action. So that was a side step. I did the move action. Or no, I did.
Yeah, no,
move
I
action first. That was a side step.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and sidestep here.
I think that can be the difference.
Okay.
And like a Nighthawk move action.
Proteus is actually not the most mobile of characters, so Iceman's got him beat on that. He's very powerful in terms of what and who he can attack and how much damage he can pump out, and he's got a long dial and he's hard to take down, but he's relatively slow moving.
But I found he had a balance, Iceman, where he didn't have Indomitable. So you had to be very careful on how you chose to move, when to move, because he has a much stronger start dial than he does an end dial. And I found that out the hard way once. There's only a certain amount of push that you want to push Iceman until he finds it getting a little hot in the room.
Yes.
So I find this interesting, bringing Nighthawk right in. So now that Nighthawk is adjacent to Proteus, his values can be modified or can be increased. So the possession with Eclipso and the Sin of Sloth, they can both increase his abilities. So that's an interesting play.
So he's using a free action sidestep to step through Proteus. Again, talking about being able to take an immobilization action without actually taking an action token.
Yeah, I think he's sacrificing the Nighthawk's ability to basically just pin Proteus in the corner and not give him a place to escape. Proteus is literally going to have to KO someone to be able to have an escape route.
Proteus does have a stop click.
Yes.
With Pulse Wave.
And it also requires close combat attacks against that, correct?
Yeah. So he will want to be right where he is. Yeah.
He does have phasing. So if he's not killed that turn, he can escape the clutches.
Right, but I think Bryan's going to be able to catch up with him, regardless. Oh, sorry, other way around. Derek's playing the Iceman team, right? Yeah.
As previously mentioned, he did have a free action sidestep, which allowed him to be able to attack Proteus. I put the Ice Bear once again on Proteus to lock him out for the next turn.
Yeah, that's one way to get around that phasing, as long as he keeps hitting it.
And keep in mind, he does have enough points to move on to the next round. So effectively, he could just freeze out Proteus for the rest of the game.
It's almost looking like that's what he's doing. I don't know that he's too concerned about putting the damage in, just basically trying to prevent how many points that Bryan's going to get back off him.
And again, we have to realize that Proteus can, if you ever give it a chance again, can use his ID cards.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to the play that we saw last game.
Which would shift the tide.
It did.
If he can take out somebody.
Well, I think the main target here has to be Iceman.
Yeah, for sure. Well, looking at that Wonder Woman, it could happen.
Sidestep with Nighthawk. Free action, making Proteus a giant. Let's listen.
Atomica's going to attempt to exploit weakness on you with a 10-18. Yep. Let's go to 12 attack, sidestep through.
Yep.
Wait. Out with the imperv. Punch. Hit. Dealing 4.
So,
Oh, he's on that last click now.
Yeah.
so can Ant-Man finish it off?
So the ice block is stopping him from being attacked.
That is one of the, it does lock him down, but it also means he can't, Derek can't attack him.
So how would you play this, guys? I mean, you can attack, but Is 1 damage going to be enough? I would say no. So do you? But at the same time, you can't run. So will we see an ID?
I think that might be his only choice.
And you said he's got Wonder Woman on the sideline. And
He does, and he just did roll Pandora's Box for 2, so he did take +1 damage as well, and stealth. A 10 on an 18. That is a miss.
Nope.
That free action sidestep has been the bane of Proteus this whole game. And that will continue.
Yep.
So the ID cards available are the Wonder Woman, Lex Luthor, and the Shield level 7, which he has Nick Fury lined up for.
Yep. Gotcha.
12 and 19, needing a 6.
Oh,
That is a hit. So he goes back again to a stop click as he healed last turn.
And he will keep healing, and it's almost as though the Ice Wall is protecting him now.
This could be the game. Will Atomica be the one to deal the final blow?
Tiny, tiny final blow. This is CSA.
CSA prob.
That's a very powerful CSA.
Nope.
What's your favorite CSA?
Character?
Yep.
I would personally go with Owlman.
So
if only nothing else, he reminds me of Deflator Mouse from The Tick.
nice. I love the sculpt from Collateral Damage of the Owlman.
Yeah.
That was that back in the days of the Uniques. It was a good figure too, but the sculpt was really cool. And you know, it's hard to say. I guess I'd go with Johnny Quick. I don't know why, but I kind of like figures, especially the one back in the day where it was like there's that weird click in the middle where he powers down, you know.
All right, guys. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but Iceman did not lock him down this turn.
Okay,
so we're
now
going to probably see that ID.
Bryan has a chance to do something here, and it's going to be a big decision.
And this is kind of, again, almost the same situation as last time where, keep in mind, those Brimstones are not worth that many points. So knocking out an Iceman will put him back in the lead.
However, not healing may be
Cost
more of a risk. So, being a larger size than the tiny character with plasticity, rolling a 4 still does work for PropCon or for sidestep breakaway.
And we're going to see the Wonder Woman play just like last game.
All right.
This could be the game.
Flurry Blades.
Needing a 7. That is a hit.
It's looking big.
Oof, for 4
There you go,
damage.
4 damage. Nighthawk. He's got to have what? No, I won't say it.
That's a hit.
Any damage would do.
Now we're going to see a Super Sense. Derek needs that Super Sense.
Oh. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That's devastating.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. 1 to 4, he was KO'd, no doubt.
What can you say? It's just within the realm of possibility that could happen.
Yeah.
And it did.
Some probability control. Whoa. And in
Precision
these
strike
games,
and
you're
plus one
just
damage was taken.
if this was one of those games where I was sitting at home and that happened, I'd be like, oh man, you know.
Yeah.
But
I've lost
but-
many games to a single super senses roll
Oh,
by
yeah.
my opponent. Or,
But in this top four, it's just so much. The rolls are bigger and it's like the dice are heavier.
Again,
Locking up.
Going back to his. For those who don't know, because they just tuned in for Pandora, Proteus has a stop click, and what the ice block essentially does as well is does not allow him to take any damage. And if he does not take an action because of Pandora's box, he also will heal. So essentially, he's been going in and out of his stop click.
Yep. All he needs to do is go up one.
And
He's going to have to stop, and then Derek's going to have to do a follow-up attack, and he just hasn't been able to put through that follow-up attack. But he's been able to effectively lock down Proteus up until that last turn when Bryan was able to finally call in an ID character. To good effect, he did 4 damage, but he was really hoping to get the double successful attack on the flurry and actually knock out Nighthawk, but couldn't get that last one through because of the super senses.
9 on 18 from Ant-Man.
So now there is still an opportunity
That would be a
if Iceman can't lock him down. He has Pulse Wave. One hit on Nighthawk will knock him out.
Yep.
12 on 18, need a 6 from Iceman, doing his sidestep free action attack. That will be a miss.
CSA being used. Good thing the tiny of Ant-Man is allowing to see.
That'll still be a miss.
Wow. No.
Allowing Proteus to do it again. Will we see Nick Fury here?
No, I think just a Pulse Wave. Or did he just heal from...
He has healed. He has not taken
He
that
has
extra
healed.
damage to push it
Okay.
back.
Okay. So we could see a lot of people.
Now, keep in mind, Proteus himself still has a very high attack. So it is an 11. He does have PropCon of his own. He could essentially, if so chooses to. Oh, he does have Pulse Wave on his second to last click as well.
Yes. It might come down to that Super Senses roll again, though, so you want to kind of try evading that. Lex Luthor has Pulse Wave. Oh, Mind Control. On Ice.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Wow. So he is attempting to mind control Iceman, and maybe could use Derek's trick against him.
I'm curious as to what his strategy is here. Miss.
Wow. Well, we'll never find out.
So
What an interesting
PropCon.
choice.
I wonder what he would have done.
I would love to get the player in here at the end of the game and just pick his brain a little bit. I think we can make that happen.
I think we'll have
I
time.
imagine so.
9 on 18. Correction? 9 on...
Because of the
He needs a 10
adjacency
to hit.
to...
Oh my.
Oh boy.
10 decisive for Nighthawk. That would be a success.
All right, breakaway sidestep for Nighthawk. This is the Nighthawk Prime.
So attack going up to 12, sidestepping.
And if this connects, we hit stop click.
Hitting stop click.
Puts him back onto stop click.
And eventually, again, being locked out of the game. At this point, it's a good chance we might be seeing time. Now, with that being said, the Pulse Wave would have knocked out Nighthawk, but it would not have given him the win. Points-wise, of course.
Nighthawk is worth 65 points. The two Brimstones would have been 40. 45 that he would have gotten with that one card. So that would still have given him the win.
Well, the biggest question is, would one do it to Nighthawk?
That'll be a miss with a CSA prop on for a hit. Prop con from Proteus, followed by a miss.
There's a lot of probability control happening.
It's such a. I'd like to say that's probably a must-have on every competitive team.
Some form of probability control.
Unless you're playing the new X-Men.
What's that?
The all-new X-Men, who have the ability to not be affected by prop con.
Yes, sure.
Scarlet Witch could have something like that.
So we're going to see another heal. Put him right over the stop click again.
It's on click.
Again, I'm a big fan of this map. I think it leads to some masterful play. It's great to be able to watch these in the top 4.
So I'm told that Nighthawk is on click 2 now. So he's been healing back up from
He's been healing.
From that for sure.
Yeah, and that's the power of the Pandora box.
Yeah.
Which again, I guess, depending, he has no choice. He has to take some points, mind you, but he would have the ability to phase away and then start healing up to a more powerful click.
That's what he's looking at.
Sidestepping outside.
Out of the door there. I mean, at least trying to make Derek waste actions positioning before he can get follow-up attacks.
Yep. Let's listen into the players for a bit.
No charge. Precision strike. 918.
9? No, yeah, 9.
Miss. Place attack to a 12. Side step through.
Yep.
Hits. Yep. 4. Stop click again.
Nice block.
He didn't do anything this turn, right? Because you moved, so I couldn't outwit. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and do his heal.
Alright.
We'll go ahead and sidestep. And Ant-Man charged. He gets clear.
Alright, end of my turn. Heal. Break sidestep.
So we saw lock again. We saw the break sidestep. It's going to be like this. But again, it can come down to just one attack. He just needs to get more than 45 points.
Yep. Well, he'll need to get more than 50 if he calls
40.
someone in.
Was it 40 for the 2 brimstones? Or?
40 plus a
plus
5
a
for the
D5.
first card. And
Oh,
if he's
yes.
using another card to get
Gotcha.
damage,
Gotcha.
it'll be up to 50. Which really is, well, if you took out Ant-Man, that'd be a tie.
Sidestep, running shot, shooting Proteus, trying to get him on his stop dial again. That will be a miss.
All right, I'm just getting told that Patrick did win his game.
Yeah, Patrick Ripoco.
Yeah, he's playing a Quinjet
advances
team.
to-
We saw it
okay.
yesterday.
Okay.
I believe similar, if not the same.
He'll have the chance to defend or gain another world championship. Last year was a
Correct.
fantastic
Last year
year.
was Paris Gordon, but Patrick did win the year before.
And I believe he also won not only the singles, but also the triples as well with his teammates, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
It'll be clear, another heal.
Yeah, they were the team that designed the Faust figure, Sebastian Faust, that was in the Superman Wonder Woman set.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's a fun piece.
Proteus is now on click 8, for those who are curious. So he has lost his problem control. Back to stop click. Till on 16, and that's the victory.
Yep.
Wow. What a game.
Yeah.
What a game. And like I said,
super senses. Yep.
we're going to go ahead and ask for Mr. Bryan to
can
come
get
on.
him to take my seat here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott, for coming on. It's always a pleasure.
Wow.
What a game.
So,
What a game.
yeah. So we're going to try and get Bryan up here
It's,
and sit with us and talk for
again,
a moment if you can.
Those risk rewards, and we've seen it before, and it just, this game didn't go his way, but I am curious to see as to why he didn't take that. Was he afraid of getting hit back? I think that's what it was. But what was the higher percent chance of winning? Taking out the Nighthawk, not healing, and hoping not to be hit? Or hoping to not be missed and healing once or twice, and then trying to go for your attack?
I think the healing, realistically, he was just wanting to get at least one, because whoever hit him would be able to get him down. But I don't know how I would have played that differently. The rolls weren't with him with Wonder Woman, which really, really hurt him. Well, they were with him. Sorry, it's not that his rolls weren't with him. His opponent's rolls
We're also with him.
yeah, were with his opponent. So I can't tell you how many times. I think we were playing a game yesterday and there was a critical hit and a 6 on Super Senses too. It's so familiar all the time. And it's just one of those things you can't avoid in this game, and it's the great equalizer.
And I love those powers. I love those powers because they are power that can do nothing and then do everything. And those are my favorite powers in the game. The ones that are, they're not stagnant. You know, again, I love the defense power of just a complete, you can only take 2 damage. But when you get to roll to reduce damage to 0, there's nothing better. Wow. That being said, there's also nothing worse than when you're the one trying to deal damage, especially to a Juggernaut.
And with Precision Strike too, it just makes it so much better. I don't even have to worry about that anymore. I remember sometimes you see a character with shape change and super senses, and you're just like, no, I do not want to deal with that.